Okay, my name is Mike, and I haven't done videos in a while. When I like products a lot, I usually share and put a video. I also do affiliate links, and I'll do the same today, just for a few disclaimers. This is not a paid review. They didn't send me any free product, and I paid this with my own money. And the links you're going to see at the bottom, whether the shoe or anything else, is an affiliate link. So for more information, feel free to click it. If you do make a purchase on the site through my link, I'll earn a few dollars for commission, so I appreciate it. Or if you just want to check more info about the product I'm about to show, just feel free to click the link and explore. Okay. So this video is about my current lineup of what you call minimalist shoe or barefoot shoes, as some people would call it. I'm not really sure what the proper terminologies are, but just a little history about how I end up doing this for the last 2 years. During the COVID lockdown, I end up experiencing swollen and painful ankles on both left and right, what seems to be out of nowhere, and almost a few times a week, as if I sprained it the day before. And there are even times I can't walk because both my ankles are swollen and painful. So it was really puzzling. The only thing different back then was, I'm home much more instead of doing my usual errands of taking kids to school, work, errands, and so on and so forth. So it wasn't until I met a good friend of mine, and we happened to have the same sports sandals. I don't have it anymore, but it was thick. It was a little over an inch, I believe, of foam. And he just made a comment about that being unstable, and got me thinking, wait a minute, that might be the cause of it, or at least part of the cause. And sure enough, soon as I switched to my old flip-flops. I grew up in the Philippines. We wear flip-flops growing up. And also I found out that I have been stepping on a memory foam mat in our kitchen, where I do a lot of cooking and cleaning. So it's easily a few hours a day of that, and I think that made my ankles just very unstable. So during COVID, I was doing it more, and that resulted into most likely the current problems I was having. And sure enough, within a few weeks, I switched to flip-flops. I gave away that sports sandals because it was still in great condition, and I ended up with my first Xero shoes. I was checking some minimalist footwear online, and I believe it was on YouTube where I saw the video or the ads on the couple about Xero Shoes. They make different kinds of shoes, and a little over 2 years now, I own 3 pairs of them, and possibly 4th soon, because it's actually a good time. They're having a sale, I think, for the next few days. I don't have the actual date with me. But this is what I ended up buying first. It's called the Hana. This is over 2 years old already. This is their casual shoe. And common to a lot of their Xero shoes are, they're very thin, anywhere from 5 millimeters and up, from basically the bottom of your foot to the floor. There's a little removable insole if you want to get that close. I think in this case this is about 7 millimeters, which is still very thin compared to my other athletic shoes before. Very flexible, roomy in the toes. It's very different from a traditional shoe where your toes are actually kind of squished. The damage, by the way, I caused this for the record, so I'm not going to claim any warranty or any defects here. It's me against the corner of that door over there. It was my go-to shoes, and I remember wearing it the first time when I received it. I wore it practically all day, even fell asleep on the sofa with it. It just felt natural. I'm not gonna say cushiony, but it's just, you're close to the ground. It didn't even feel like wearing new shoes because there was no break-in period. It wasn't hard at all, at least for me. Also, before, I used to wear New Balance Minimus a few years ago, so I kind of have an idea how a barefoot or minimalist shoe feels like. So this is my first one. It's my go-to shoes, my local errands. In fact, I'm actually wearing it right now. I just took it off before I started the video. Also the weight, this almost weighs like nothing. I would assume this might be under 8 ounces. And again, the website will confirm what the correct weight is. There are laces, but my feet just slips on, so like I said, right after this video today, I will go run some local errands in the city, groceries, post office, and this is what I'm already wearing. So I wore it since this morning. Took my one of my kids to school. So the thing about these kinds of shoes too is, you're not in a hurry to take it off when you get home because it's just so comfortable. And your feet doesn't feel tired or stiff as a traditional shoe. And so, it's I think it really takes a lot of, you have to experience it to really understand more of what I mean. So this is my first one, and I think later on, just put this on, they were having a sale, and I checked the rest of the line, and so I want to get another one that's more maybe athletic, if you will. So I end up buying these Xero 360. This is like their cross-training shoe. As you can see, the tread is a little different here. The same thing applies, very thin. This, I believe, is a little thicker than the Hana. Because again, like I said, it's made for different activities, including, I guess, climbing. That explains the rubber on the top here. The same lacing. I forgot to mention about the Huarache style, if I pronounce it properly. Basically, when you tighten the shoe, these side bands here also tighten for support. It is flat like the other one, and again, it's a little thicker. I think I don't have the insole and actually I forgot that I took out the insole because I just want it to be a little more flatter. So, but this is my errand shoe. If I'm gonna go to the mall, if I'm gonna do a lot, maybe practically at least half a day of running around and doing things, or I even shoot around with this in our backyard. We have a small basketball goal. Maybe for even light basketball, I can actually wear this. So this is my next basically favorite. My first one is always my favorite here. And it still looks practically new because I don't wear it as much as the Hana. And again, I timed it right, and they were having a sale like right now, and it was about 15 to 20% off. I don't remember the actual pricing, but in general, I find that the Xero Shoe company prices are fair. They're not cheap. They're not expensive like the other brands. I've seen them before. They could cost as many as double the price of what Xero offers. So this is the 360. Now the last pair I bought for them was actually, I think, the Daylite Hiker Fusion. So this is technically a light hiking shoe. As you can see by the thread, it's a little more aggressive on the bottom here. It's also, I think, a tad thicker than the 360. It's mid-top. I think you can see it on the camera. It has mostly black and dark blue design. Same lacing support here on the side when you tighten it. And actually I get away with it for work. When I teach or I go to my work, I just put on a nice pair of pants or jeans, and without looking too close, it looks like it's all black shoe. So again, very comfortable, still flexible, not as flexible as the other ones, but again, this is meant for light hiking or walking around. So I wore this mostly to work, and then maybe later on I have a friend who got into light hiking around our area in LA County, so I might go with him one day, and this is exactly what I'm gonna wear already. So again, I highly recommend the company. I highly recommend you checking them out. If you're curious about these kinds of footwear or shoes, or they even have sandals, it is worth checking, and now is a good time because they are having a sale. If you click through the link, you'll see you have to act fast because they do sell out with sizes. So just follow their guides. Sometimes they say buy your size. I believe this is, for example, this is a 9.5. If I'm looking at it correctly here, 9.5, where I normally wear 9s. I think the rest of them are 9s. So they do recommend going sometimes half a size up. Just follow that recommendation. Worst case scenario, you can return them, exchange, or get the right size. But please do try them. At least check them out. The owners are very, I think, very convincing and very supportive of the movement. I think they're also barefoot, either runners or sprinters or both. So Xero Shoes, Xero Shoes, and the link is at the bottom. I appreciate if you check, and especially if you make a purchase. I'll probably do more future videos if, let's say, I end up buying another one, because I am eyeing a pair, either another Hana in a different color, or maybe a more dressy shoe for maybe for work, or maybe for just a nice out of town kind of thing. So that's it for now. I want to keep my review short. My name is Mike again, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.